Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2. We're good? Cool. Okay, we are ready to go whenever this song ends.
Some fun in getting drunk if you can't take it too far. Yeah, my friends are saying I've been wasting all my weekends contemplating if it's me and the booze that really gets wasted. I don't even taste it. I'm throwing like shots as if it's a racing. I'm quickly chasing with down.
Sounds good.
In a couple days, all we have to call is for another year. Thinking I'm getting away by hitting the road. Someone should make it to all of my shows and where can I go? Girl, it's a simple matter. Your painted finger on my tongue, so I can taste the laughter. Relive the story. And it's been my lips. I tried to speak, but everyone agreed they couldn't hear a word I said. What's the drama of being alive if you don't know you are? What's the fun in getting drunk if you can't take it too far? I'm saying, I don't know. Take me anywhere but home. Without all the shit down. But my whole town and all. She said, baby, it's okay to feel the way you do if you keep it to yourself. Life is a bitch with your mouth and no lips, but it sure ain't no fight with no teeth and no tongue. Life is a bitch with no mouth and no lips, but it sure ain't no fight with no teeth and no tongue. Life is a bitch with no mouth and no lips, I say. Life is a bitch with no mouth and no lips, I say. Life is a bitch with no mouth and no lips.
It's time for Garden City High School Buffaloes basketball on 99.9 The Rock. Now to the court with the voice of the Buffaloes, Balin Height.
20 games through the regular season. What's a few more here on 99.9 The Rock? Garden City basketball returns with postseason basketball for the first time this season, and this time from the Garden with a chance for one more home game, but work to be done tonight by the Garden City Buffaloes, 19-1, the #1 overall seed with the best record in 6A for the first time in program history. The lone loss to Wichita Heights, a clean sweep, 8-0 in the Western Athletic Conference, and they've got a date tonight with the number 16 team in 6A West, the Topeka Trojans, 3-17, coming to town, making the nearly 5-hour road trip to Western Kansas to try to keep their postseason hopes alive. Garden City trying to start a postseason run of their own. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Balin Height with you. Colin Welloff, our producer and engineer, back inside the KWKR studio tonight for this evening's edition of 6A Sub-State Basketball. In the western half of the bracket, we'll be keeping an eye on all of the games in action tonight. A total of 16, 8 matchups in each side, east and west across the entire state. We'll try to bring you scores from as many as we can, and of course we'll keep you updated in that matchup between number 8 Junction City and number 9 Lawrence Free State. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game on March 3rd. If Garden City's able to win tonight against Topeka, they will host, and that'll be an important spot for Garden City trying to go to the state championship for the first time since 2012-2013. And tonight they'll try to win their first playoff game since 2019, back on February 27th, when they beat Liberal by 18 here in the Garden, finished that season with a loss in the next round to Derby. Hey everyone, welcome inside our American Implement pregame show. American Implement's building lasting relationships because it's their priority. Established in 1970, American Implement's a family-owned dealership that has expanded into one of the largest John Deere dealers in the Midwest. With 16 locations and 400 dedicated employees, American Implement is ready to support you with all of your farming and ranching needs. American Implement proud to be a supporter of today's pregame show for Garden City Athletics. And we jump into our next spot here in our American Implement pregame show, and it's our last game recap presented to us by Austin Pools and Spas, where they've installed over 400 swimming pools and 500 hot tubs. If they sell it, they install it. It's that simple. Whether you need repairs or new installation, Austin Pools and Spas, proud to be a supporter of Bronkbuster basketball. Well, you have to go all the way back to February 17th for the last time these Buffaloes played a game of basketball, a week exactly to the date. It was against Liberal, and I have February 17th written. That is incorrect. It was, in fact, February 21st. Let's try to get that better here on my note stat. There's our first blunder of the evening. A 74-50 win, led 32-11 after the first quarter. As a team, they shot 46%, only made 5 threes, but really didn't need the 3 ball to go down in order to pick up a big victory in this one. Emilio Zunt led the way in scoring with a career-high 18 points, including 4 made threes. Jake Underwood had himself a pretty good evening, 13 points, 9 rebounds, and it officially capped off the best ever regular season in program history at 19-1. So much to talk about with the number 4 ranked Garden City Buffaloes, but tell you what, they welcome in the 3-17 Topeka Trojans as we now get inside our agency visiting team preview. The agency invites you to discover and experience the benefits of a diverse team with differing educational interests, experiences, and strategies. The agency is proud to support Garden City Athletics. We talk about Topeka, 3-17, 0-10 in conference play, but boy, did they play a bear of a schedule. Playing a ton of teams from the Kansas City area. Names like Washburn Rural stick out when you look at their schedule. 2 losses to Washburn Rural. And of their 17 losses, 9 of those by 10 points or less. So despite 17 losses, it's been incredibly competitive this season for Topeka. Something you've got to watch when you talk about the Trojans. This is not your stereotypical 16 seed. They just made the cut to play the sub-state. Obviously 18 total teams in each side to get cut, and the top 16 compete. They're led in this first season by Gio Lyons, actually a graduate of Topeka. Played back and graduated in 1998 here in his first season, navigating the realm as a head coach for the Trojans. Ty Votaw, one of the seniors. His dad actually played with Gio, so there's a ton of family involvement. Gio's son, Isaiah Lyons, a junior 5'9" point guard for the Trojans as well. So there, like I said, tons of family involvement here for a really storied program that has 3 state championships to their school name, 1932, 1973, and 1986. A lot to like. Mason Gomez, 6'3" senior wing. Not a lot of size there. He is the tallest player on the roster. Him and Ty Votaw at 6'3" each, but they can knock it down. Good lefty three-point shooter, outstanding athlete, also runs cross country. So like I said, 3-17, probably the last time I'll talk about that, because everyone is 0-0 when we talk about the postseason, and you're going to hear that in a moment from our pregame interview presented by United Wireless, proudly serving Southwest Kansas communities since 1951. Let's now hear from head coach Jeff Williamson as he breaks down the matchup of an Eastern opponent coming out west and Garden City's chances tonight, as well as the opportunity to play 2 home games in postseason basketball. We'll go ahead and send it back to our KWKR studios for that pregame interview presented by United Wireless. Working through our American Implement pregame show here. We're now talking with men's basketball coach Jeff Williamson, and Coach the Day finally here. We've talked about it. It's been on the horizon, and now it's time for playoff basketball for the first time in a long time from Garden City High School. Right out of the gate, what are some things you're looking to do for your team to kind of set the tone and really establish this home court advantage?
Again, we have to set the tone from the very tip. We're going to try to implement some pressure. have to make some shots. Again, we're going to try to get the ball inside. Transition defense has to be there. Transition offense has to be there. Again, we're just going to come out and play our game.
When you look at Topeka, not a lot of comparable opponents, I guess, in the sense of teams you guys have played or you guys have seen in the past. So you're kind of going off of the way teams have played them. What are some things you guys have looked at specifically as far as scheme, whether it be offense, defense, to try to match up the best you can with a team that is certainly quite a ways out there, nearly 5 hours away?
They're a really good team. Anybody looks at their record, they don't understand the schedule that they play. They play a very, very competitive schedule, but they're guard heavy, which in most cases is really good for us because when you're guard heavy, you're really light on the inside with the bigs, and that's our bread and butter. So again, we just have to contest shots. Make sure we don't allow too many catch and shoot threes. Just put some pressure on them. And again, hold them to one shot. Can't allow second chance points. Have to go get the ball off the glass. And once we get it there, get the ball to somebody that can handle it, transition, go score.
Well, you mentioned kind of not letting the catch and shoot be a threat. I feel like watching their film and getting to see them play, Mason Gomez is a guy that when he goes, typically this team goes and they start to have some success. How do you want to limit him, or is it just maybe let him do his thing and kind of just watch the other guys, or what is your game plan for attacking Gomez?
Well, with it being playoff postseason time, again, well, we just have to key on everybody. We're going to respect everyone. We're going to shade him a little bit. But, again, we don't want anybody to catch and shoot. Well, we don't want anybody to get started. We want to make it tough on everybody. So if we can do that on the defensive end, I think it'll create some turnovers and cause some great offense.
What will be the biggest thing for you guys tonight to come away with a victory?
Team. Just total unselfish play. As long as we continue to just feed off each other's energy, play together, have fun, play hard, I think we'll be okay.
All right, Coach. Well, hopefully we have a few more of these pregame conversations, and we'll chat with you after the game.
Thank you.
Vehicle maintenance, something no one wants to think about. Here at Burtis Motor Company, we make it easy. We do it all, from major engine overhauls to that all-important oil change. We also offer BG products and nitrogen for your tires. Our staff and technicians are Ford-trained and certified. So when you think maintenance, think Burtis Motors, your best deal destination.
Don't waste your time arguing with the employer or the insurance company.
If you've been seriously injured on the job, call the Accident Recovery Team of Western Kansas. For over 20 years, we've been fighting for Kansans just like you.
A workers' compensation claim in the state of Kansas can be tough to navigate.
Get a team of tough attorneys on your side and get what you deserve.
If you've been injured while at work, call us today. Consultations are always free.
Team on your side. Call 263-0505.
The greatest moments in life come with the biggest financial challenges. With the acceptance letter comes college tuition. With the marriage proposal, the cost of a wedding. Commerce Bank is there to help when life happens. This is Rich Hart, president of Commerce Bank in Garden City. Let us help with savings plans or spending tools so you can enjoy the good stuff, like cheering on the Garden City Buffaloes. Check us out on commercebank.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for tips on how to handle those special moments and all that comes with them. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Got a truck? Then you need Longhorn liners and accessories. They'll transform the truck you have to the truck you've always wanted, equipping all makes and models with grill guards, brush guards, lift kits, Vortex bed liners, Granitex flooring, bed covers, coating of fire tube and heater treater for oil field equipment, and more custom products, finding you the best value for your budget and providing customers with high quality and professionally installed products. Give Jacob a call at 290-0297 or see their Facebook page at Longhorn Liners and Accessories.
Few minutes away from tip-off from the first 6A West sub-state matchup in the Garden since 2019. Hey everyone, welcome inside our American Implement pregame show. Balin Height back with you. Colin Welloff, our producer this evening inside the KWKR studios. Next stop on our pregame show, it's time for the Lot Motors starting lineups to get you into your local Lot Motor dealer today and get you out driving with a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. We start with the Topeka Trojans coming all the way from Topeka, making nearly a 5-hour trek to Garden City for the first time this season. They're playing a team that is past the city of Wichita. Let's try that again. They have not ventured out very far west yet this year. They're going to look to do so and snap a 6-game losing streak, trying to take out the number 1 ranked overall team, the Garden City Buffaloes. Let's start at the top with the point guard, junior 5'9", point guard Isaiah Lyons, son of Coach Gio Lyons, excellent free throw shooter as well. Bryson Thrasher, 6'1", junior shooting guard. DeMichael Hales will be out there, sophomore, 6 foot, kind of a combo guard, if you will. He'll play a little point guard, play a little shooting guard as well. Number 10, Mason Gomez, senior, 6'3" wing. He is this offense. When he goes, this team goes. Pretty good three-point shooter and offers a different look for defenders. That lefty look, we've talked about how effective that has been for guys like Isaiah Salinas and Emilio Zunt, who both shoot the basketball left-handed, can change the way they're able to drive through the lane as well. So you look at Gomez and you think, hey, there's an opportunity here to really give a defender a different look when you shoot with the left hand. And then rounding out the starting lineup, number 12, 6'3" forward, Ty is out there. He played, his dad played with Gio Lyons back in the late 90s. Gio graduated in 1998, the head coach for Topeka. So the Votaw name has some meaning in the city of Topeka, and especially at Topeka High School. The 6'3" senior forward is the second senior in the starting lineup out there with the other wing, Mason Gomez. Let's flip the script. Let's go over to Garden City. Isaiah Salinas starts us off, 6'1" senior guard, has been outstanding distributing the basketball his last 5 games, 23 assists, good for 4.6 assists per game. Then there's Jace Steinmetz out there, 20th start for Jace, 20th game of the year, 21st start, 21st game of the year, 19 points per game, and as we have it right now for Jace Steinmetz, he is at a total of 380 overall points. That would put him in 10th overall in an all-time individual scoring season in Garden City history. So he's just right behind Brandy Perriman's 1992 season, and he's just behind Kurt Bengel's 2004 season, and just a spot above Brandy Perriman's 1993 season. So Jace at 380, the next two in front of him, 384, 388. If he averages those 19 points, he'll get awfully close to Jared Coaster 2016 season of 397 points. And I know what you're probably asking, who is the top points getter? It's Stuart Nelson from 1972. If Jace were to have any 516 points that Stuart Nelson scored in that 1972 season over the next 5 games, he would need to average 27.2 points. Not saying it's not possible. Jace's career high, 31 points. He had that earlier in the first matchup against Liberal this season, but a lot of work to do if you want to get to the top. Certainly could have a shot with a deep state tournament run for Garden City of making his way into the top 5, currently 10th in the individual scoring total for one season. We jump down low to the bigs. Jake Underwood, senior, 6'5" forward, 7.8 points per game. Leading rebounder at 9.2 per game. We're talking about the size with these next two guys, talking about Underwood, and then now the senior Caleb Weesey out there, 13.5 points per game, nearly 6 rebounds for Caleb. So 6'5", 6'4" down low is going to be matched with 6'3" and 6'3". That is the tallest height of a player on Topeka. Undersized, quick, but undersized. Garden City's going to have to take full advantage of that tonight and really bang the bodies down low if they want to have a chance to win and run Topeka out of the Garden. Now our keys to the game presented by Western State Bank. Quality tradition that you can trust. That's brought to us by Western State Bank. For Garden City, play like the number 1 team. I know it sounds silly, but a lot of times you feel like, especially in postseason play, teams that are the top seed tend to forget that they're the top seed. And what I mean is sometimes they'll play down to their opponent. They'll allow a team like Topeka to come in and kind of dictate the pace early on. A lot of times you see the team with nothing to lose playing a little bit more steady, coming out a little bit more aggressive. Tonight, set the tempo, come out early, be that aggressor, and you should have yourself your 20th win of the year and set yourself up with 4 more games to go. We'll have our coverage and tip-off in just a few moments. National anthem around the quarter. Garden City basketball heading your way here next. 99.9 The Rock.
It's Ram Truck Month at Lot Motors in Dodge City. Now is the time to purchase a brand new 2023 Ram 1500. Lot Motors and Ram trucks go hand in hand. Tough and reliable with a fully staffed service department and a professional sales team that can help you find the truck of your dreams. Visit them in person or online at lotmotors.net.
First quarter of the gymnasium, right above the entrance.
Williamson would like to welcome you to the Garden for tonight's KSHSAA 6A Sub-State semi-final game. Tonight's semi-final features the Topeka High School Trojans out of the Centennial League and the Garden City Buffaloes out of the Western Athletic Conference. Fans and starting lineups this evening are brought to you courtesy of the KSHSAA, where academics, activities, and athletics come together to help create a successful student athlete in today's ever-changing world. That's the KSHSAA, proud sponsor of this evening's semi-final round of the 6A Sub-State Basketball Championships. Starting for the Topeka High School Trojans, a 5'9" junior, number 1, Isaiah Williamson. The 6'1" junior, number 2, Bryson Thrasher. The 6' sophomore, number 3, Michael Hales. The 6'3" senior, number 10, Mason Gomez. And rounding out the Trojan lineup, the 6'3" senior, number 12, Ty Vota. Head coach for the Trojans is Gio Lyons. His assistants are Trey Jones, Duncan Whitlock, and Kerry Zimmerman.
Postseason basketball is about to be back in the Garden for the first time since 2019. Buffalo's looking to win their first game of hopefully 5 straight that would grant them a 6A state title. First time in program history, Garden City's ever been the #1 overall seed in 6A. Best record in the entire class at 19-1. Both teams out at the center circle, ready to tip this game off. Ty Vota will be opposed by Caleb Weesey. 6'4" against 6'3". Everyone's ready to go. Garden City in the all-white, Topeka in the all-black with yellow numbers. Basketball's tipped back. Mason Gomez brings it up. And we are underway. Tuesday night postseason basketball here on 99.9 The Rock. Topeka starts, works to the right side. Bryson Thrasher will drive inside, kick it out left wing. Here's Isaiah Lyons. Dribble in and out between his legs. Now back off to DeMichael Hales. Hales directs traffic with the right hand, swings a pass to the right side, now right corner for Ty Vota. Vota looks back out to the right wing. Thrasher drives. His shot off the right hand, long rebound out with Steinmetz. Here comes Jay Steinmetz with the basketball up to Salinas. A drive, lay in, no good. Rebound taken out. It's fought for on the court and then brought out by DeMichael Hayes. Quick shot, miss shot for Garden City. Hayes shimmies his way down inside the lane, lost the basketball. Gomez collects and Topeka strikes first. 7:09, Topeka leads 2-0. 7:04 to go now. Garden City's second possession of the game. Inside to Underwood. Out to the top. Zunt, 3 on the way. 3 is down. And Emilio picks right where he left off with a career-high 18 points a week ago and a 74-50 win over Liberal. 4 made triples for Zunt in that contest. That wakes up the gym that has got a really nice crowd in it for a 6 p.m. start on a Tuesday night. Lyons works on Emilio Zunt, far side, now works back to the Buffalo logo midcourt. Garden City playing Topeka out far across the perimeter. Now they'll look to go inside. Backdoor cut for Votaw. Great setup right there by Topeka. Bounce pass from Gomez to Votaw on the left baseline. And then the lay-in for two. 4-3, Trojans out in front. Here comes Garden City once again. Salinas had his pass tipped back to Emilio Zunt. Zunt goes back over the line and collects. It was deflected away, now inside to Caleb Weesey. Right block attack for Caleb, just a bit short in the rebound out to Thrasher. Topeka High School with a 1-point lead, 4-3 in our first quarter of action. Now inside to Gomez. Weesey slings him off. Kicked out left wing. Catch by Hales, back to Lyons. In transition, step into the three, no good, short. And a rebound by Salinas. Garden City wants to work quick on offense, trying to beat the defense down the court. Salinas throws it into the right block. Back out to Steinmetz. Extra pass. Zunt, three on the way. Off the mark. Rebound Underwood. Garden City a second chance. Easy as it gets right there. From about 5 feet out for Jake Underwood. (5-4) Garden City leads now. Michael Hayes, right side for Gomez. And Mason Gomez rattles the triple from the right wing. 7-5, he's that impact player for Topeka. You've got to watch his shooting ability. When his offense goes, this team goes. A couple of low major offers. More than likely, they're going to be playing some Division I basketball, excuse me, some collegiate basketball at the next level. 7-5, Topeka's largest lead, now back to 2. Zunt. Fake to three, now drives inside, 17 feet out. Goes to Steinmetz. Jace drags, left wing three on the way. Salinas can't catch it home. And the rebound to Michael Hales. His pass taken up to Gomez. Gomez drives, and a blocking foul on the right side against Caleb Weesey. That's going to send Mason Gomez to the free throw line. First team foul on either side, the 4:37 mark of the first quarter. Here comes Gomez, offers from Tabor, St. Mary's, Southwestern. Pretty good cross-country runner as well. His first free throw up and good. 8-5, Topeka leads by their largest margin, 3. Chance now to be 4. Gomez's second free throw down. 9-5, 4:36 to go. Zunt up to Steinmetz. Jace looks, now back out to the right. Topeka with the early pressure on the number 1 overall seed in 6A West. Salinas right wing, now Zunt. Works to the top, back to Isaiah. A little two-man game here. The defense collapsing around Isaiah Salinas, top of the key. Now over to Jay Steinmetz, left wing. Thrasher trying to guard Steinmetz. Steinmetz has to ditch, back off to Weesey, left wing. Weesey, left elbow, kick, top of the key, 3, rolls off, no good. Steinmetz nearly has a rebound back from over the top of Bryson Thrasher, but the miss is collected. Topeka, I think, just rattling Garden City a little bit in the early going. Thrasher to Lyons, Gomez open left wing, now he's collapsed upon. Thrasher drives 15 feet, Gomez finds his spot, is 3, halfway down, it pops out. Rebound though, Ty Votaw. Garden City simply just not there on the glass. Kick to left corner, Lyons, his 3 off the mark, and the rebound Underwood. Foul from behind on Ty Votaw. Jaden Norman will check into the game for Mason Gomez. Gomez with 5 early quick points. 5 of the 9 will take a seat on the bench for Topeka. 3:26 to go in the game. Check that first quarter. Getting a little ahead of the gun. Steinmetz looks inside. His pass tipped away. Just not a poised pass from Garden City. They're trying to feed the interior. Not a lot of urgency. Fortunately for the Buffaloes, Topeka kicks it off the leg of Salinas. Salinas back to Steinmetz. Jace steps up, left elbow, right wing now. Zunt fakes a 3, drives inside, kicks it to the left corner. Not before a foul is called. Salinas' would-be shot goes off the mark. And we have the first foul against Topeka. Check it, second foul against Topeka. It's Isaiah Lyons is first. Brody Burns, Colton Davis in, Isaiah Salinas, Jake Underwood out of the game. That's typically the first substitutions of the night for Jeff Williamson now in his second season. Zunt, left corner 3, left corner made. 2 straight threes to start the game for Emilio Zunt. 9-8. Garden City's back within 1. 6 of the 8 points so far off the fingertips of Emilio Zunt for the Buffaloes. Thrasher back to Hales. Now Hales calls on Bryson Thrasher. Gio Lyons in his first postseason action as a head coach. Spent plenty of time playing postseason basketball for Topeka High School, but now in his first role as a coach. There's a turnover right underneath the basket. His son, Isaiah Lyons, just lost the handle. Gomez will slide to the scores table and check back in at the next break. Great feed down low. Steinmetz cuts through the lane, off to the right side for Colton Davis, and a bucket right there for Colton Davis off the bench. Buffalo's back out on front, 9-10, check that, 10-9. Hales now swings it left side for Thrasher. Thrasher will wait, extended out left wing, off to the right wing. Inside, here's a quick jumper from Thrasher, way off the mark, doesn't actually connect with any part of the basket, rolls inside the Garden City student section. The 149 mark, after trailing 9-5, Garden City's rattled off 5-0 run. That's given them a 1-point lead. Back with the basketball, here comes the point guard Emilio Zunt leading the way with scoring 6 points so far in this first mark. He'll go to Steinmetz. Quick fire, right corner three, off the mark for Jace. Tracked down by Brody Burns, second chance opportunity. Zunt, step back, wait. Left corner three on the way. Burns can't get it to crush down, and now we've got a foul underneath the 10. I think it's going to go against number 23, Colton Davis. It is, in fact, going against Davis. Davis is first, second team. Here comes Isaiah Salinas. Underwood out, as is Caleb Weesey out of the game. Check that, Underwood in, Caleb Weesey out. And Emilio Zunt also out of the game with 6 points. Well, the duo of substitutions in a moment. Thrasher will check back in for Topeka. Inside out, here's Gomez. Left wing wide open, now he'll scoot through the lane. Left-handed float touch good. From about 6 feet out for Mason Gomez. Trojans back out in front, 11-10. 60 seconds to go in the first frame. Salinas to Steinmetz. Salinas trying to look inside. You've got Davis on the left block, Underwood on the right block. Burns goes inside to Underwood. Kick out Salinas. Top of the key three, can't crush home, and the rebound taken by Jay Steinmetz. Steinmetz then swings left corner. Burns hesitates, now drives baseline. Handoff to Underwood. Jake comes through the lane, count the basket, and one for Jake Underwood. A little bit of a do-si-do shot there for Jake Underwood as he goes high with the basketball, jump stop into the lane, and rips the shot off the backboard. Good start for Jake Underwood. Ty Votaw out, DeMichael Hales out. Jaden Mosqueda in, as is Bryson Thrasher. One shot here for Jake Underwood. 50% this year for Jake. And this one high off the mark. Rebound, though, by Steinmetz. He cuts back through the lane and is fouled on the right hand.
Number 10, Mason Gomez, his first, third, 14.
First on Mason Gomez there. That's a big first foul for the leading scorer for Topeka. 2 shots for Steinmetz now. 65% this season. First on the way. First hangs and hits. Boy. Took an awkward bounce off the rim. Got a shooter's touch to drop home. 13-11. Garden City's lead to 2. That ties its highest margin. And this next free throw makes it its largest margin. 14-11. Garden City out in front by 3. Steinmetz's first points of the night come at the free throw line. 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. Would expect this to be the final possession of the frame. Nope, it's going to be a quick shot for Thrasher. A three-pointer from the right side goes down. 14-14. Topeka not backing down, tied up nearly through one quarter with the top team in 6A. 14-14, 6 seconds left. Here's Steinmetz, right corner. Off the back foot, right shot no good. Davis trying to fight for the final shot. He could not come down with it. Norman's full court heave off the mark right. 14-14. We are all tied up at 14 apiece. Garden City trying to fend off a feisty Topeka team making the 5-hour trip to Western Kansas. Be back here in 60. Recap your first quarter and get you set for second quarter action on on 99.9 The Rock.
Does it bother you when a company you do business with changes employees or goes through a lot of different name changes? You need to know and trust the people that come onto your place. Garden City Propane is that company. Their delivery people are familiar with the area because they've lived here for a long time. You'll see them in the communities they serve, and they're managed by family, not a corporation from somewhere outside our area. Ask about the advantages, safety, and convenience of propane from people you can trust. That's Garden City Propane.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
Maybe a bit of a surprise for some, others not really. 14-14, we're all tied up after one quarter of play. Topeka in Garden City, the number 1 team in 6A West, the number 16 team in 6A West. Duking it out here from the Garden in Garden City, Kansas. So happy you're able to be here with us. Start our second quarter of action. It nearly is a turnover for Garden City. Steinmetz getting hounded defensively. Now Salinas steps up through the lane. Right-handed take, no. Underwood, the putback, no good. Third chance opportunity for Jake Underwood. Muscled into the basket. Great start so far for Jake Underwood. Just gave Garden City 2 more chances and gave them a 16-14 lead. Now Mason Gomez lost Salinas. Kick back out. Lions, top of the key, 3 on the mark. And Topeka is knocking down the 3 ball early. That's what you've got to do. Make shots in the first half of the game to really give yourself an opportunity to pull off an upset, in particular on the road. 17-6, Trojans back out in front. Zunt, right corner pass. Here's Steinmetz, his 3, softly through the basket. First made field goal of the night for Jay Steinmetz. 19-17, Buffaloes retake the lead. Thrasher drives, clean lane, gets it to hang with the right hand. 19-19, high scoring affair between these two sides. Salinas back to Emilio Zunt. Buffaloes are getting the looks they want, simply just not getting stops defensively. Underwood back to Emilio, he'll hesitate on the 3 shoot. Now wait, no look a pass back to Underwood. And a 3 in the key against Garden City. Stomp ball turnover there on the Buffaloes. We'll have scores coming in all night long across boys basketball in the state of Kansas. Lakin right now leading Larned 16-4 at the end of the first quarter. That's the 3 versus 6 seed in the 3A Lakin sub-state. Quick runner, no good. Right-handed take off the mark by Jaden Norman. Garden City rebounds up the court 2-on-1. Steinmetz steps off the right hand, good for 2 from point-blank range. 7 points for Jay Steinmetz. Here goes to Michael Hales, handoff to Ty Vota. 21-21, we're all tied up. Back and forth we go. Defense optional so far. Steinmetz triple, no. Long rebound comes out to Topeka and then tossed up to Jaden Norman. Norman fakes out Steinmetz, can't get the bunny to go right at the basket. Salinas comes up with the miss. Here comes Garden City. Quick centered offense. Zunt floats a pass right wing over to Steinmetz. Back to Emilio. He'll catch, he'll shoot, he'll make. Third made triple for Jay Steinmetz, 4th of the game for Garden City. All alone, right wing 3. Here's Norman on the mark, 24-24. Jeff Williamson is hot right now. His guys not getting rotated enough, fast enough on defense, and rightfully so. Topeka with a little early momentum, full timeout on the floor midway through the second quarter, and Topeka playing right with the number 1 team in 6A. We'll take a 50-second, check that 60-second timeout. You're listening to Buffalo basketball on 99.9 The Rock.
Moment of honesty. I know Garnan sets the bar as high as it goes. And when it comes to cremation, they make a point of assuring that everything is done under their own roof, by their own professional staff, and in their own new state-of-the-art facility, and not farmed out to some off-site third-party crematory. So if I have to call on a funeral home, it'll be Garnan without question. Garnan Funeral Homes, serving all of Southwest Kansas.
Austin Pools and Spas is now an authorized dealer for Artesian Spas and has many in stock. These are 5-star rated spas and are built in the USA. Artesian Spas are one of our top-of-the-line spas, and Austin Pools has some starting as low as $5,000. With storefronts in both Dodge City and Garden City, Austin Pools can deliver and set up your new Artesian Spa and will also service what they sell. Austin Pools and Spas, your Southwest Kansas headquarters for Artesian Spas. Don't delay. Come in and pick up yours today.
Just a bit late back from that break. Emilio Zunt, a quick triple, his 4th of the game. 27-24, a lot of scoring in the early going, and then the answer from Bryson Thrasher for 2. 27-26 out of the Garden City full timeout. Inside the hand, quick tap there on Jace Steinmetz. 5th foul against Topeka at the 4:40 mark. We've got a great first half matchup so far from the Garden. Just a 1-point game. Topeka giving Garden City all it can handle right now. Zunt thought about lining up his 5th three. Flips a pass off to the left wing. Salinas back to Emilio. 5th three on the way. 5th three down. 5 first half makes, a new career high in 3-point makes for Emilio Zunt. We still have 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. What a stretch for Emilio Zunt. My goodness, a career high 18 in the last contest. He's tied that here. There's Bryson Thrasher though with the right hand in the lane. 30-28. We might have a shootout on our hands tonight. How far can Emilio Zunt carry Garden City's offense until the rest of the group picks up? Here's a down low feed. Great big time, big man pass. Caleb Weesey finds the mark at the 3:48 mark of the second quarter. 32-28. Hand down low. Ty Votaw scores with the right hand. And a 30-second timeout taken by Geo Lyons. 32-30. Did not want Garden City to get back out in front and run quickly. Buffaloes, I think right now, the idea, trying to simply just gas Topeka and wear them down on offense, help them kind of fall apart defensively. 32-30 our score. 2 minutes in, 3 minutes left of our second half. And the story so far is Emilio Zunt's 3 made threes. Do some quick math, 5 made threes. Let me do some quick math. That's 18 points, and that's a new career high, at least tying for the moment for Emilio Zunt. He has not missed from beyond the mark. Jace Steinmetz with 7 points. Jake Underwood with 7 points. Caleb Weesey with 2, and Colton Davis with 2 as well. 3:36, Buffalo's back with the basketball. Zunt feeling it, top of the key, off the mark. That was a complete heat check there from Emilio Zunt. Just barely off the mark. At the same spot he's been shooting for the majority of his makes tonight. DeMichael Hale being pestered now by Zunt, trying to dribble around. Steinmetz nearly has a steal. Gomez, extra handoff pass, right wing. Thrasher with the triple. 33-32, Topeka back up by 1. Neither team can miss in our first half. Salinas over to Steinmetz. Jace trying to drive, he's fended off and then throws the basketball over the hands of Emilio Zunt. Over the back, nobody touched it for Topeka. Turnover, Buffaloes. Gomez looks out back, goes to the Lions. Stand the Buffalo logo midcourt. They look off left side. Jaden Mosqueda pestered by Zunt in the perimeter. Now to Michael Hayes, inside to Gomez, nothing there. Gomez, right-handed shot, check that right corner shot from Norman, no good. Rebound Garden City. Zunt, back to Steinmetz. Jace likes the lane, stops, pops over the defender. And Steinmetz able to file it in with the right hand. He had to work around an attempted charge more so. Bryson Thrasher trying to stand underneath Jay Steinmetz. 34-33, Garden City back out on top. Scoop pass to the top of the key for Gomez. Here's a screen. Nope. Zunt's going to come out and go over the top of the screen to find Gomez far side. Now to the near side. Thrasher stands, dribbles left hand. A lot of perimeter work tonight. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Inside, now out, Lions, catch and shoot, left wing three, off the mark, rebound battled for Underwood, grabs it with two hands, and Jake being pestered. We have a jump ball. We do, a foul. It's number 15, Jaden Mosqueda. His first 16. Garden City a chance to go into the bonus here with one more foul against Topeka. Not a ton of time left though in the half. 1:44 left to go. 34-33. Burns left wing, looking inside for Steinmetz. His pass deflected away and stolen immediately. Norman now dribbles back. Isaiah Lyons, right wing, Thrasher. He'll drive, stopped, turn around. Off to the right corner, Hales three, off the mark. Zunt comes in to grab the miss with 1:22 left to go, and a blocking foul assessed against DeMichael Hayes. 7th foul against Topeka. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Emilio Zunt, who's just a 47% free throw shooter. Boy, this would be a big spot for Garden City's free throw shooting this season to really come alive. That is the one Achilles heel in this team, just 56% on the year. This has been a mark, though, Emilio has been working on. With one make, he'll have a second chance, that is. On the left hand, it is up, it is good for Emilio Zunt. A new career high, 19 points for Emilio, all in the first half of this game. He's got 5 made threes. Second on the way, second is through. 2 for 2 trip for Emilio, he's up to 20. 36-33. Para makes for the Buffaloes. There's a three on the right wing, off the rim. Topeka's gone just a bit cold. Steinmetz up to Caleb Weesey. Weesey stops, no foul called. Tons of contact, then Caleb steals the basketball for the moment. It's on the court, it's a travel. Thrasher caught it and then slid off his back leg. Garden City gets the ball back with 59.1 to go in the half and a 3-point lead. Trying to make it a 2-possession lead. They've led by as many as 4. There's Caleb, he'll turn around, lost the basketball underneath, stolen away. Thrasher now works up with 50 seconds to go in the quarter. See if Topeka holds for the final shot. Coach Lyons wants some motion off to the left side. Zunt goes underneath the screen. His son Isaiah Lyons, the point guard here, dribbles with the left hand. 35 seconds left to go in the half. Crowd has gotten much larger. For the better part of this first half, they're in for a fantastic finish. Thrasher off to Miguel Villegas. First chance for Villegas to be in the game tonight. 21 seconds left. Buffalo's trying to find a stop to go into the half with some momentum. Topeka trying to score. Potentially tie or trail by 1 going into the half. Villegas, right side, 10 seconds left. He's stuck. Here's Gomez, nearly lost the dribble. Now double team comes. Villegas, desperation three, no good. 2 seconds left. Up to Emilio Zunt. Half court heave on the way, off the mark. And we are done with the first half. The final score at the end of one, 36-33. We've got 69 combined points. An absolute shootout between these two teams. Boy, is it postseason basketball or what? We can feel it here from the Garden. We're going to take a timeout here on 99.9 The Rock. When we return, we'll have our halftime show presented by Burtis Motors. Get you through some scores from around the area, recap the total points in the first half for Garden City. All that and much more coming up in a few moments on the Burtis Motors Halftime Stop.
Many say community banking is a dinosaur. They say that community banks can't keep up with the services and technology of the big banks. So what's your choice? Give up local, high-quality service and a vibrant business in your local community? Well, maybe. However, at Grant County Bank, you can have both. The latest banking technology along with local experts who are also neighbors and friends. So log on or stop by one of our locations at gcbks.bank, 201 South Main in Ulysses or 511 North Campus in Garden City.
Miller's Aesthetic Medicine, downtown Garden City, is your one stop for all your beauty spa needs. They offer services including injections, fillers, IV therapy, brow microblading, and their famous Morpheus 8 services. Your beauty and health concerns are in good hands. In addition, check out their Man Boutique and Gallery. Miller's Aesthetic Medicine, open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. by appointment only. See their Facebook page for info to book online.
Hi, this is Tony Weedle with Hydro Resources. Now is an excellent time for maintenance, repair, or changes to your water well and pumping system. Was your pump vibrating, pumping air, down in capacity, pumping some sand, or not efficient? Has it been several years since it was serviced? Have it worked on now during the off-season so you're ready for next spring? Don't wait. Call the professionals at Hydro Resources at 620-277-2389 to discuss your need.
Hey, don't let this sound get you down. If that vehicle needs a little help, take it to Arzate Auto Repair, and they'll make your sweet ride sound like this. They offer all general mechanical services, computer diagnostic, tire, brake, and suspension service, plus the best prices and excellent service you can trust at Arzate Auto Repair, 207 North Campus Drive in Garden City. Hey, give them a call, 620-277-7789.
The future of agriculture is strong. I'm Kelly Baker with American Implement.
And I'm Sarah Waller with Western State Bank. We believe in neighbors helping neighbors. That's why we've teamed up again to offer our 3rd annual Ag Future Scholarship Program.
If you're a high school senior or current college student originally from Western Kansas or Southeastern Colorado who is planning a career in the ag industry, apply for one of our 10 available $1,000 scholarships.
More information may be found on our company websites or at any of the American Implement and Western State Bank locations.
Hurry, the deadline to apply is March 31st.
Member FDIC.
Here at American Implement, we're proud to be part of the communities we serve. And that's the reason we support local youth through scholastic activities like FFA, 4-H band, and sports. We firmly believe that the right activity can bring out the best qualities every child has to offer. And we wholeheartedly want to support and be involved with that. It's part of our responsibility as a good neighbor, and we're proud to call your community our home also.
Don't waste your time arguing with the employer or the insurance company.
If you've been seriously injured on the job, call the accident recovery team of Western Kansas. For over 20 years, we've been fighting for Kansans just like you.
A workers' compensation claim in the state of Kansas can be tough to navigate.
Get a team of tough attorneys on your side and get what you deserve.
If you've been injured while at work, call us today. Consultations are always free.
Team on your side, call 263-0505.
United Wireless believes in delivering value to their customers and supporting our local communities. United continues to invest in their network, their people, and our communities here in Southwest Kansas. So when it's time to update your cell phone or get a new cell phone service, United Wireless would like the chance to earn your business. Switch to United Wireless today and join the United team in supporting Southwest Kansas. Find them online at unitedwireless.com.
Got a truck? Then you need Longhorn liners and accessories. They'll transform the truck you have to the truck you've always wanted, equipping all makes and models with grill guards, brush guards, lift kits, Vortex bed liners, Granitex flooring, bed covers, coating of fire tube and heater treater for oil field equipment, and more custom products, finding you the best value for your budget and providing customers with high quality and professionally installed products. Give Jacob a call at 290-0297 or see their Facebook page at Longhorn Liners and Accessories.
36-33, our halftime score. Garden City up on top of the Topeka Trojans, the number 1 versus the 16 seed battle here in 6A West. A winner goes to the Sweet 16. A loser will go home, and we've got no clear winner yet after 2 8-minute quarters. Welcome everybody back to the Garden. Balin Height here with you. Colin Welloff, our producer this afternoon and evening inside our KWKR studios. We're back for our halftime show presented by Burtis Motors. Shop your local Garden City Ford dealer today. That's Burtis Motors. And now we get a check of our first half stats presented to us by Hydro Resources, your Hydro Resources local dealer. all your irrigation needs in one stop. And hey, we finally got some rain, and it looks like we might be getting some more at some point. So definitely a time to start thinking about your irrigation needs. Garden City needs to think about getting some stops on defense. 36-33, giving up 33 early big ones. Fortunately, a 3-point advantage. Here is the scoring through one half of play. Do have a slight adjustment here. I had Jay Steinmetz for 7. He has 9. I had Emilio Zunt for 1 more 3 than he actually had. So 17 points is the actual total there for Emilio. It is, in fact, not 18. I had him for 5 total threes, and for some reason I gave him 18 there. Not good math on my part. Simply, that's all it was. Still, 5 made threes for Emilio with 2 free throws. That is good for 17 points. Jake Underwood with 6 points, Caleb Weesey with 2, and Colton Davis with 2. We thought coming in that this might be a matchup where Garden City could really bully their way down low. Combined between the 2 starting bigs, only 8 points. 6 for Jake Underwood, 2 for Caleb Weesey. Now, I will say Jake Underwood has had a couple of nice extra chance opportunities, as has Caleb Weesey. But I think we need to see some more scoring from those 2 guys in particular to give Garden City really a good opportunity in the early part of this second half. And that brings us right inside our Longhorn Liners keys to the game. Get yourself set for all of your lining, whatever it might be. Get a couple of customizations, custom truck customizations, that is. Get you set for the summer months. Check out Longhorn Liners for all those needs. But yeah, I think it's simple. Second half, you've got to defend the perimeter well. Too many open looks for 3, whether they were going down or not. Way too many open shots for Topeka on the perimeter. And Garden City, you got to throw it down low. You've got to get the basketball into the paint and battle it back all the way to the cup. I'm sure Coach Williamson and the guys still back in that locker room will come out and have a great halftime adjustment. They seemingly always do. These second halves, third quarters in particular, have been special and crucial games for these Garden City Buffaloes at 19-1. Crazy House out-of-town scores presented to us by Crazy House, your Western one-stop shop for all of your Western clothing needs and more. Hey, let's look at some more scores. Some of these are coming from last night. Some of these are from today. Lakin leads Larned 32-11. That's a boys sub-state there in 3A. These are from yesterday. Goodland beat Larned 74-15, girls basketball coverage. Holcomb beat Lakin 65-48. Cimarron beat Southwestern Heights 47-15. And Colby beat Scott 50-38. Now, I was searching around, and there has not been a ton of scores posted. I think we're just a bit ahead. That was an extremely fast first half. Now, I did see one score, an update from Lawrence. That's where Dodge City is at this evening. And it looks like last we saw Lawrence 47, Dodge City 18. So a 29-point lead. Lawrence up over top of Dodge City. Hayes and Cape and Mount Carmel tied up at 18-18 at halftime. That's on the girls' side. So that's an update there from 5A on the girls' side. And I'm not seeing any more scores, boy. It's kind of scarce tonight. We do have our producer Colin working on trying to find us an update from Junction City. That game, obviously, extra interest tonight because the winner of this will play Junction City versus Lawrence Free State. We were searching around pregame, unable to find a reliable source. If we do get that score or an update from half there, we certainly will get it out to you. Outside of that, that's all we've got for our Crazy House out-of-town scores. I know Holcomb and Scott City, that is a matchup that starts at 7 p.m., as does our matchup with Ulysses and Towanda, a 7 p.m. start. So Garden City getting the early jump at 6 p.m. as we're just a few seconds away from tip-off of second half action. We'll take a 30-second timeout when we come back. Second half action underway. Garden City trying to win their first game in the postseason since 2019. It's Buffalo basketball here on 99.9 The Rock.
The greatest moments in life come with the biggest financial challenges. With the acceptance letter comes college tuition. With the marriage proposal, the cost of a wedding. Commerce Bank is there to help when life happens. This is Rich Haar, president of Commerce Bank in Garden City. Let us help with savings plans or spending tools so you can enjoy the good stuff.
Like cheering on the Garden City Buffaloes.
Check us out on commercebank.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter for tips on how to handle those special moments and all that comes with them. Commerce Bank, challenge accepted. Member FDIC.
Topeka gets the basketball to start our third quarter. We are underway. 3-point advantage for the Buffaloes over the Trojans, 36-33. Here's Gomez, an impressive first half from him. Topeka really just shooting the lights out of the basketball. Here's a drive by Mason. Check that, Bryson Thrasher, and he's able to roll home the finger roll. 36-35. First attempt, first make of the half for Topeka. Full court pressure being applied by the Trojans. Steinmetz goes to Zunt, right wing, he'll shoot. Right wing three, rolls home. 6th made triple, now he has 20 points, does Emilio Zunt. Had the math wrong there for a moment. Garden City's lead, 39-35. It's the largest of the game at 4. Thrasher responds, left corner three. Too many open defenders right now. Guy is just not closing out for Garden City, and that has allowed Topeka to hang around and make open shots. Salinas, no look, off to Underwood. He'll work himself off the glass, good for 2. There's Jake Underwood applying the big-time pressure underneath the basket. 41-38, 6:46 to go. Both teams 2 attempts on offense, both teams 2 makes on offense. Michael Hales bounces over to Thrasher, just connected in the left corner triple. He'll now dribble it back out to the top of the key. Michael Hales catches, low line left-handed dribble, works off to his left now for Gomez. Gomez fakes a pass, now drives on Zunt. Off to Thrasher, he'll stop, catch his feet, pop, no good on the 3. Salinas, the rebound. He'll zip it up to Steinmetz. Clean lane down the left baseline. The fake shot no good. Up and under there for Jay Steinmetz. And now here comes Topeka on the run. 2-on-2 for Gomez. He'll work through the body. A block. Count the basket. And boy, Emilio Zunt was as set as it gets underneath the cup. And did we just get a technical foul assessed against Topeka? Yeah, we did get a technical on Topeka. So Mason Gomez will have a chance to tie the game after the and one opportunity. It's 41-40, but there was a technical assessed against Topeka's bench, or maybe one of the players underneath. So free throws are going to be on the way for Garden City. Gomez completes the free throw, 41-41, and now 2 technical free throws for the Buffaloes. Well, I wondered because I didn't see it off to the left side where I was at, but what I did see was Emilio Zunt look to Coach Jeff Williamson and kind of give the shooting motion as if, hey, do you want me to take these free throws? That's exactly what's going to happen as Emilio Zunt steps to the line, 2 for 2 tonight with a career-high 20 points. First on the way, first rolls in. 42-41, 6:08 mark of the third quarter. Offense pretty much for free tonight. Defense is the premium. And now 2 shots for Emilio Zunt. 22. He's got 22 of Garden City's 43. Does the junior Emilio Zunt. Are we going to see one of those standout games for Emilio Zunt that we're used to at the junior varsity level when he was scoring 30, 40 points at ease? Certainly on the way to that. Garden City might need it tonight. Weesey back to Zunt, nobody there. Turnover against the Buffaloes. There have not been very many tonight for the Garden City Buffaloes, but they've been inopportune turnovers. That's what just happened right there. 5:52. Lions the inside, back to Bryson Thrasher. Now to Michael Hales, works inside Votaw. Left wing, Lions catch and shoot 3, it rolls home. Topeka has a 1-point lead, 44-43. Here comes Jay Steinmetz, extra pass, Jake Underwood, too strong. Weesey the putback, good, and 1 for Caleb Weesey. Garden City back on top by 1. Point number 4 for Caleb. Chance for 5 on his first free throw attempt of the night. 54% this season. Jaden Norman will come in on a make, and that's exactly what Caleb does. 5 points for Caleb Weesey, 46-44. Buffs back out in front by 2. Garden City can't get a stop to save their lives right now. My goodness, credit to Topeka. They have come off the bus hot as ready to go. Just shooting right over this Garden City zone. Here's another one. This one off the left mark. Tough rebound to make with that angle. Steinmetz able to bring it in for Garden City. Then Jace goes full court. Weesey catches in the air, and a foul is called. Not enough space there for Caleb Weesey to land. Mason Gomez tagged with the personal. That's number 3 on Mason Gomez. That's a big number 3 on Mason Gomez. Gio Lyons quick to get his senior out of the game. Jaden Mosqueda comes in. 5:11 to go in the third quarter. Inside to Caleb Weesey. Now back out Salinas, stands right side perimeter. He'll work near side to Zunt. Inside to Underwood from about 6 feet out. Jake Underwood's shot is too long off the right hand, and now we've got a foul against Garden City. Goes against Underwood, that's his first. Second team at the 5-minute mark. Thrasher off to Lyons. Lyons stands, basketball firmly in his right hand. Now he dribbles around to the top. Off the right side. Thrasher working on Salinas' far side. He'll step through the lane. Give way to Norman. His 3 careens off the can, and it comes back down to Caleb Weesey. Weesey hangs onto the cup. Salinas wants to go quick. Underwood was open for a moment. Now Isaiah works right side. Back to Zunt. Emilio had a look. Over the top. Underwood cuts right baseline and lays it in with the right hand. 9 points for Jake Underwood. Full timeout. Garden City's lead is 4. That ties its largest mark of the game, 48-44. I like that timeout by Coach Gio Lyons, realizing the situation. He's got to get his guys back out there and ready to play on offense, because if you don't get a bucket here, Garden City a chance to stretch the lead to 6 or even 7. And that's an area where you start to maybe feel a little bit uncomfortable if you're Topeka. You've played an incredible game so far, worked the ball well offensively. But defense, it's going to come down to defense tonight. The team that can make that last or couple of stops over a stretch is probably going to win this basketball game. We're back in 30 here on 99.9 The Rock with Garden City Basketball.
It's time to test your knowledge and win cash at the best trivia in town. Grab your friends, turn on your thinking caps, and come on out to Timeout Trivia every Thursday night at 6:30. First prize is $50, second place is $30, and third place is $20. Not a bad night of fun, great food, and drink specials. Get 25-ounce Budweiser, Bud Light, and Coors Light drafts for just $4. Timeout Trivia every Thursday night at 6:30. There's always something cooking at Timeout Sports Restaurant and Bar, 1319 North Taylor and Garden City.
Topeka just burned a full timeout. They've got 3 remaining. Garden City will guard full court. Topeka has to go the full length of the court. Excuse me, no. They're working from their side. Now off the left side. Here's a 3. Just run short. The rebound taken by Topeka, then lost out of bounds. And Buffaloes get it right back. So now let's try this again. Buffaloes will have to go full length of the court, and they are met by no Trojan pressure exactly midway through the third quarter, up 4, 48-44. Caleb Weesey works his body down low, left the shot short at the rim, a foul from behind. Coach Williamson wanting jump ball. Jake Underwood upset with the foul call. That's the second on Jake. And that will spell Ty Votah, Mason Gomez. I wonder if they go inside trying to attack Underwood, who's got 9 points in the contest, but Jake working also on 3 fouls. Check that, 2 fouls. 48-44. Buffaloes have not gotten the lead past 4. That's where it's at right now with 3:46 left to go in the quarter. 3 ball has been hot tonight for both teams, especially if you're named Emilio Zunt. He's knocked down a career-high 6. Gomez playing with 3 fouls. Stuck, extended left block, has to go back out with the basketball to Thrasher. Thrasher, now a jump step, right corner 3, off the mark, front, short, and the rebound, Caleb Weesey. Topeka perhaps starting to short arm the basketball a little bit on these shots. What a trip there, coast to coast by Isaiah Salinas. He took the handoff right underneath the cup of Topeka from Caleb Weesey, went the full length of the court and scored right at the Garden City basket. 50-44, first bake of the night for Isaiah. Pressure starting to mount potentially. Topeka back into the left corner and a travel. Oh no, baseline, out of bounds. Bryson Thrasher stepped off his back foot. Colton Davis will come in. Garden City's gonna go big here. No, excuse me. Underwood checks out for Davis. Burns, it looks like, is going to come in for Isaiah Salinas. And that'll be the substitution. Gomez Vota out on defense. 50-44. Last make was big for Garden City. This one could be even bigger. Spin this game into a 3-possession game. Zunt, step back three. A little bit of a cock back with the right hand as well. 7th three of the night for Emilio Zunt. 53-44. And the junior carrying Garden City's offense. Here's a miss by Topeka. Zunt lofts it up to Steinmetz. Catch and shoot three. Left wing through. The Garden gets on its feet, 56-45, full timeout Topeka. The Buffaloes might have just blown the door off of this game. A 12-point lead with 2:19 left to go in the third quarter. And we've got a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Garden City Basketball here on 99.9 The Rock.
It's Ram Truck Month at Lot Motors in Dodge City. Now is the time to purchase a brand new 2023 Ram 1500. Lot Motors and Ram trucks go hand in hand. Tough and reliable with a fully staffed service department and a professional sales team that can help you find the truck of your dreams. Visit them in person or online at lotmotors.net and set up a test drive. Order your new 2023 Ram 1500 with Lot Motors, located under the Great American Flag in Dodge City and serving all of Western Kansas. The agency in Garden City and Lakin are ready to help with your insurance and real estate needs. They offer life, home, auto, commercial, farm, crop, hail, and multi-peril insurance with a variety of companies to choose from. With real estate, they deal with residential, farm, land, ag, and commercial. Plus, they can help sell and find a home. The agency, 118 East Chestnut in Garden City and 122 North Main in Lakin. Se habla español.
Danger time for Topeka. How will the Trojans respond? Garden City's lead up to 12. It had not been larger than 4 until the last 2-minute stretch. Quick fire three to Michael Hales. A nice little response. Brings the game back to a 9-point advantage for the Buffaloes. Emilio Zunt, the story tonight. 7 made triples, 25 points, all of those a career high. Caleb Weesey, rare turnaround jumper for Caleb. Able to get it to go off the glass. 7 now for Caleb, 5.5. 58-47, 1:43 to go in the quarter. Garden City trying to win its first playoff game since 2019. Thrasher, a 3 from the left corner for Topeka. That's no good. He actually fell onto the bench. No stop. Thrasher able to get up okay. Burns all alone. Garden City numbers. That 3, no. Davis the rebound. He's hit on the right hand and will go to the free throw line. Coach Lyons upset left side. We had a couple of chairs get knocked back and get knocked over. Not sure if there was contact after the 3. I was already looking up the court. I didn't see the collision down here on the left side. Davis able to get the first free throw on this trip to go. Colton already with 2 points tonight. Caleb Weesey comes out. Isaiah Salinas in. Emilio Zunt checks out with 25. Jake Underwood also into the game. So Garden City's played 7 tonight. I would imagine it's probably where it's going to stand most of this postseason. Colton Davis able to get both free throws in this trip to go. It's just the 5th and 6th attempt for Colton this season at the line. He's 5 of 6. 60-47, lead back to 13. Lions, quick fire 3 off the mark. He's come up short a few times tonight. The typical knockdown 3-point shooter has just left some shots a little short. Perhaps Topeka feeling the pressure. Davis off the right block, now looks inside, turns, give back to Salinas at the top of the key. Salinas getting hit hard, hand off to Davis, and an offensive foul. Colton Davis, check that. Isaiah Salinas trying to step down the left side of the lane. Runs in a Ty Votoff. First foul against Salinas. Comes Bryson Thrasher with 44 seconds left in the quarter for Topeka. He'll give it back to Lyons. He'll fire this 3-point attempt. It's still off the mark. Lyons has had trouble tonight getting his baskets to connect, especially from beyond the arc. Salinas gets bumped from behind, lost the basketball. Stolen away by Bryson Thrasher. Then it's stolen away once again at midcourt. Isaiah recovers. And here comes Salinas. He'll step back to the Buffalo logo and retreat for safety with 20 seconds left in the quarter. I would imagine Garden City uses this possession rather their last shot. Salinas nearly lost it at the midline. Boy, it dribbled in between his legs, rolled, and then stopped. Underwood gives a pass left side. Salinas back down to Jake Underwood. He'll work inside, gets fouled. Shot does not go down. 2 free throws with 3 seconds left coming for Jake Underwood. 1 for 1 tonight. That's on Ty Votaw, his 4th foul. That's a tough 4th foul to give up right before the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter break. So Gomez with 3, Votaw with 4. That's the foul trouble right now for Topeka. Underwood's first make. Check it, 2nd make of the night. 1 for 2, now 2 for 3. Everybody gets back for Garden City with 3 seconds left. Not going to be much more than probably a full court heave. Front end miss. Thrasher catches. Here's a half court shot from Gomez off the mark left. 61-47. Garden City has made what was a 3-point lead into a 14-point lead. We'll be back in 60. Recap the 3rd quarter. Get you set for 4th quarter action from the Garden. It's Garden City basketball right here on 99.9 The Rock.
Do you have an interest in radio and sports broadcasting? Western Kansas Broadcast Center currently has part-time positions available for board operators and the opportunity to learn the basics of radio broadcasting. Stop in today and pick up an application at 1402 East Kansas Avenue. You'll have the chance to work on local sports broadcasts as we cover many of the area high school teams and the community colleges. No experience is required. Stop in today in our offices for an application and more information. WKBC is an equal opportunity employer.
Your smile is everything, and that's something Dr. Jake Jewell takes very seriously. With his 25 years plus experience, he's devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative, state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. If you have questions or to schedule your appointment, give Dr. Jake Jewell a call at 620-260-2183 and see their new location in Garden City at 2045 East Labrador Boulevard.
8 minutes just separating Garden City from an opportunity to play in this year's 6A state tournament. They'll have to go 8 minutes here and hang on to a 14-point lead, and their first possession of the 4th quarter results in a turnover. Unable to get the basketball down low is Garden City. To Michael Hayes, works around a defender, step back 3, just hangs off the front of the rim and drops down into Jake Underwood's hands. Underwood, Steinmetz, Weesey all alone, easy take for Caleb with the right hand. 8 points now for Caleb Weesey, 63-47, lead up to 16. Here's a floater into the lane for Lions, 63-49. Once again, offense has been optional, but we've seen Garden City be able to win games many different ways. Offense, defense, slugfest, whatever it might be. They've been able to come through in every single moment, in fact, 19 times this year. 7 minutes left to go in this game. Steinmetz, crafty take through the paint. And Jace starting to work his way up the Garden City record books in an individual scoring season. Remember, comes into tonight in 9th with 380 points this season. He's now bounced himself up, in 10th. He's now bounced himself up from 9th to 8th, and he sits in 7th all time in an individual scoring season with 389 points. 65-49, long 3, Mason Gomez hits the front iron hard. It's another miss for Topeka. 65-49, Salinas, Zunt, no way, one more. Oh, this one caught front iron and dropped back, but it came to Emilio, who catches, lays it in, no. Bounced off the rim. Lions nearly traveled, had to get a shot up as he was caught through the lane. Good pressure by Garden City. Now Steinmetz catches, works baseline, goes to Underwood, fights through pressure and contact. 2 more for Jake Underwood. 12 points now for Jake tonight. And we've got a foul far side against Jay Steinmetz. Check that, Emilio Zunt with the foul. And hey, we've got a big score update. Thank you, Colin, for finding this one. We were struggling to find this one early in the beginning of this game. Junction City leads Lawrence Free State 32-23 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So right now, if those two scores held up, Garden City up 18 would be playing Junction City. $67-49. Garden City, 18-point lead, obviously the largest of the game. Thrasher off to the left side, calling for the basketball was Ty Votaw. Garden City cleaned it up and punched it out of bounds. Thrasher back to Lyons. He'll catch, he'll shoot off the mark once again, this time short. Brody Burns struggling with the rebound, but is able to pull it out in amongst a couple of defenders. 5:40 left to go in the game. Certainly has a different feeling. Garden City in complete control, up 18. Emilio Zunt going to the lane, and he got whacked hard. He'll come back up, though, and look to be okay. 5:26 left to go. Decent amount of fouls have been called. There's one more on the shot. Ooh, 2 shots for Isaiah Lyons. 7th foul against the Buffaloes. Lions will be at the free throw line, much to the dismay of the Garden tonight, which has come out and really supporting well. I'll tell you what, if Garden City can hang on to this 17-point lead after Lions makes the first free throw, you gotta make it out on Friday night if you can. That is where the energy is going to be needed. Junction City looks like it'll be the team that's gonna make the trip out here to Western Kansas, and they are really talented, really strong. It's now 45-33 Junction City at the end of the third quarter, so more than likely Junction City be coming out here to meet Garden City if those two scores remain the same. What if the Buffaloes work to slow things down? Well, Steinmetz is going to go for a 3, so that took the words right out of my mouth. And now here comes Topeka on the fast break. 2-on-1, they'll have to kick it back out. Gomez, catch and shoot, in step, no. Underwood just barely grabs the miss. Jake nearly stepped out of bounds. 67-51. Lions able to make both. And now Zunt, clean take through the lane. Tough pass down to Caleb Weesey, who cut on the right baseline and scores with the right. Pass inside, stolen away. Underwood up to Steinmetz. Here comes Jace on the left side. The basketball slapped out of his hands. No foul, but it will stay out of bounds against Topeka. So Garden City has the basketball back. The 4:30 mark, up 18. Jaden Norman out of the game. Thrasher comes back in. Steinmetz to the right side. Lyons guards him. Now to the right elbow. Weesey getting ripped on the jersey. Goes back out to Emilio Zunt. Now Emilio calls out the offensive set. Works the basketball left wing to Burns. And an offensive foul against Emilio Zunt. So, 4th foul against Emilio. He's going to come sit down out of the game with 25 points to lead a game high. And Salinas will come back in to give Emilio Zunt a break at the 4:10 mark of the final quarter. Great little feed from Gomez to Votaw, senior to senior, working the paint together. 69-53, full court pressure here from Topeka. A couple more opportunities more than likely for the Trojans. Garden City trying to put them to sleep though. Weesey through the teeth of a defender. Able to score once again. Boy, there's a couple of double-digit scores tonight for the Buffaloes. We'll add everything up post-game on our Robinson Furniture post-game show, but just to let you know, 71 points, a lot of guys able to score. 71-53. Here comes Garden City. Nobody covering Isaiah Salinas. 2 points in and 1 for Isaiah. As that was maybe the most slow motion and 1 we've seen tonight. 73-53, game is getting out of hand, a 20-point advantage. Isaiah Salinas can't finish the free throw. Now we've got a foul against Garden City. 9th foul against the Buffaloes. 3rd against Isaiah. Means 1-1 right here coming up for Topeka. We've got a little bit of moisture on the court. Just at the free throw line, it's going to get wiped up there. Gomez to the line to shoot the 1 in bonus. Now, if you know Topeka, you know the rich tradition, the history, everything that has come out of the high school. Dean Smith, former North Carolina coach, attended Topeka, was a basketball player, pretty good baseball player as well, and a quarterback there at Topeka High School. 5th most wins all time in Division I history as a head coach. And they've won 3 state champions. 1932, 1973, and 1986. Gomez made the first free throw right there, so he earns himself 1 more. Second attempt for the lefty, goes through. 73-55. We've got a substitution here for Garden City. Emilio Zunt back into the game. Brody Burns will come out. All 5 starters on the court for Garden City right now. 3:22 left to go. Garden City 73, Topeka 55. It was 36-33 at halftime. Garden City absolutely exploded in the second half and have taken a hefty lead. Steinmetz, quick take to the basket. Maybe got bumped, but could not handle the shot. Rebound out, Gomez. Here comes Topeka. Gomez, he'll stop, pop, in transition 3. Looked good out of the hands, could not get it to go. Lions the offensive rebound. Now it's battled for and taken for a 3rd time by Topeka as Ty Votal recovers. Gomez will take it himself. High shot off the glass, no good. All alone, here's Underwood. Clean lay-in for Jake Underwood. $14 points for Jake Underwood. That mark ties a career high. Pass spun back out to the perimeter. It's chased down by Topeka. Thrasher, he'll just step up and let a triple loose. Not really a great high-level shot right there, but when you're down by this much, not a lot you can do. Underwood hit with the foul. Third foul on Jake Underwood. Colton Davis going to check in for Jake Underwood. Coach Jeff Williamson, he's on the guys. This is serious time. Even though Garden City's up 20, I mean, this is just game 1 of hopefully 5 total for the Buffaloes that results in victories. You got to win 5 games to win the state championship. 2 in sub-state and 3 in the state tournament. And this is serious for everyone out on the court wearing a white jersey. 75-56 after a make from Ty Votal at the line. Second on the way, second goes through. 75-57. 2:26 left to go in the game. Salinas works back to the near side, up to Zunt midcourt. Now Steinmetz waits, he'll drive. Easy pass for Jace Steinmetz right to Caleb Weesey, who's able to lay it through. $16 points for Caleb Weesey. Turnover again for Topeka. 20-point advantage with 2 minutes left. This is more than likely going to do it for the Buffaloes. Zunt will feed it off to Salinas, right side. Garden City trying to get a little particular here. Maybe set up one final blow. Salinas gives to Steinmetz, far side. Lions off to Weesey. Caleb works, turns, spins the body, and 1. Count the basket, Caleb Weesey. 18 points for Caleb Weesey. He'll be at the free throw line. And here comes the 5 off the bench. Standing ovation for the group out on the court right now. They're going to win this game in resounding fashion over Topeka. Credit the Trojans who came in, had a great game plan, were able to knock down shots and do everything you need to do. But everyone will check out.
In for
Jaden Mosqueda will come in for Topeka. Caleb Weesey will be at the free throw line. Ramsey, Adrian Picardo, Daniel Meneres, and Rex Krotz are your 5 out on the court. If Weesey makes it, Giovanni Perez is going to check in for him. On a miss, they'll have to continue play. And we've got an official substitution. I'm not sure what the situation is, if we've got some blood on the court maybe. I think that is in fact the case. We've got some blood on the court off to the right corner. Athletic trainer Matty Silva is going to come out and try to clean this up. Looks like almost maybe a tooth out there. I mean, there was a significant collision. They're trying to get that cleaned up. Player involved looks to be okay as he's wiping his mouth, but that was a pretty steady collision with the court. It made a scuff mark on the court, whatever it was that came in contact. There was a pretty significant scuff just extended on the right side of the perimeter. Now we're looking down here on the left side. Just trying to find some blood spots on the court potentially with 1:38 left as we're under an official timeout. Let's see if we've got some scores. Lawrence beats Dodge 67-39. Junction leads Free State 55-40 with 3 minutes left in the fourth. Looks like it is in fact going to be Junction City. Caleb gets the free throw to go. 19 points for Caleb. Giovanni Perez and the cleanup crew out on the court for Garden City over this final 1:35. There's a float shot from the left hand. Gomez's shot no good. Ramsey has the rebound. Now up to Daniel Meneres. Meneres works far side. He's stuck, double teamed, lost the basketball. Initially did kind of a half split as he tried to come back on top of the basketball. And Isaiah Lyons will steal it away from him. .23 points the lead right now. Convincing fashion for the Buffaloes. Here's a bump shot inside. Ty Votaw to the free throw line. Off the foul against, I believe, Rex Krotz. Yep, that's going to be the first on Rex there. So Votaw to the line. A couple of other scores from around the area. Lakin leads Larned 54-34. Free throw no good for Votaw. 4 minutes left in that contest. Looks like Lakin will advance through that Lakin sub-state. And if they continue to win, they're going to have 2 games at home as they host the sub-state. Hayes leads Cape and Mount Carmel 38-37 with 4 minutes left in the fourth. I believe that is on the ladies' side of our basketball slate there in 5A. Votaw able to make the second. Ramsey the rebound. And then the foul on Carter Ramsey. That's against Ty Votaw. That is number 5. It's on number 15, Jaden Mosqueda. And we finally got underway here just about 15 minutes ago. Scott City out in front of Holcomb 14-6 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Nice start right there for the Beavers. If you want to catch that game, you can hop over to our sister station. It'll be on Mix 94.5 for Scott City listeners. If you want to listen along to Ben Hutchinson and the Holcomb View, you can hear that on 10:30 a.m. KBUF. 80-58. Mason Gomez will check out, as will Ty Votaw. Both of their careers over. Really astounding careers for those two gentlemen there at Topeka High School. Gomez looks like he will have an opportunity to play collegiate basketball. Ramsey unable to get the shot to go, but the rebound by Krotz. And a foul on the attempted shot by Rex Krotz. That's going to send Big Rex to the line for the first time this season. Let's see what the 5'10 seniors got. 1:05 left to go in the game. 2 shots for Rex. And his first attempts at the charity stripe all year long. First one way off the mark right. Got the rim. Work it back a little bit to the left here, Rex. Get this one to go through. Krotz just 1 for 1 this year. He has converted on a field goal very early in the season. That was back at Coronado. Second for Rex, and tried to bank it in off the backboard and then tracked down his own miss. Here comes Topeka. Thrasher cuts. Nothing there, and nobody touched it for Garden City. So with 59.5 left. Inbound on the way for Garden City. Oh, no, excuse me. It's going to be inbound for Topeka. They changed that one around. There's Thrasher, one more three from the left corner, too long. And that's kind of been the story of the second half as Daniel Meneres boards it out for Garden City. Topeka's shots that were hitting in the first half simply just stopped going down in the second half. They were really hot. It was way off average, and you just think those are the type of shots you got to hit to come on the road, drive 5 hours, and upset the #1 team in 6A, but was not meant to be down the stretch, as they were only able to net 25 points in the second half. Garden City, meanwhile, goes for 44. They've outscored the Trojans 44 to 25 in the second frame. 80-58 now. Lions, quick fire three for the junior. Off the mark, the rebound, Ramsey. This might do it. He's going to get guarded in that right corner. He'll get it up to Daniel Meneres. Meneres races across midcourt. He gets pestered. Now Meneres turns, gives to Picardo. Picardo lost the basketball off his hands, and then that's taken out and picked up by Topeka. 17 seconds left into the lane, and one for Bryson Thrasher. Topeka not going down without a fight, 80-60. Topeka's been a little bit closer, 19-13 so far. Now a chance to be 19-14 with Bryson Thrasher at the line. That's exactly what happens with 16.3 to go. Quick game tonight. This game over in blistering fashion. We've just got 10 seconds left. Started at 6 p.m. It's 7:17 local time. And we've got one more foul. And just as I say this game moving rather quickly, we'll have two more free throws. This time Daniel Meneres will come to the free throw line, where he is 3 of 5 on the season. And Meneres, the lone freshman that comes off the bench for Garden City. He's played in 8 games, now his 9th. There's definitely a future for the 6-foot freshman guard. Could not get the first free throw to rattle in. There's the second for Meneres. This one up and good. 4-for-6 on the year for Daniel Meneres. Three seconds left. Desperation three for Norman. Clock expires. And Garden City has their first playoff win since 2019. 81-61. What a second half for the Buffaloes. They outscore the Trojans. Do the math here. 45-29, 28. 45-28 the difference in the second half. We've talked so many times about Garden City's ability to get the job done coming out of halftime. They did it here. We're going to now take a quick timeout. We'll say 3 minutes, get you inside our Robinson Furniture post-game show where we'll have our final stats of the game, our Prudential Insurance post-game interview with head coach Jeff Williamson, and of course we will also give out our Lewis Automotive Player of the Game. All that to look forward to here on our Robinson Furniture post-game show. In just a few, a final from the Garden, 81-61. You're listening to Garden City Basketball on 99.9 The Rock.
Tequila's Mexican Grill is the #1 spot in town for your favorite Mexican food, and their oh-so delicious famous drinks. Stop by and try their new margarita sampler. It's a sampling of 5 of your favorite flavors, served the way you like them, and you can enjoy them on their new outside patio. Call to order at 620-275-4362 or visit them at 1715 East Kansas Avenue in Garden City. Tequila's Mexican Grill is a proud Buffalo supporter.
You've been hearing those ads for C-Bar H.
We got it. We got it.
Well, they do have it. Or they'll figure out a way for you to get it if possible. From the do-it-yourselfers to the experienced, C-Bar H help you find the products to help you complete your projects. From the farm to town, check with C-Bar H first before you make that purchase. And while you're there, browse on Nextdoor under the same roof and check out all the departments in Crazy House. 2 great stores under one roof. One stop and you are done. C-Bar H, North Campus Drive in Garden City.
A family to care for, a future to prepare for, assets to protect. So many challenges to face every day. Isn't it a good thing to know that there's one company to help you meet them all? The Prudential Company of America, the place people turn to for the things that matter most. Call your local financial professional Yvonne Sperry at 620-276-6202 to help with your home, auto, and life insurance needs. 620-276-6202. Life insurance issued by Prudential Insurance Company of America and its affiliates.
Does it bother you when a company you do business with changes employees or goes through a lot of different name changes? You need to know and trust the people that come onto your place. Garden City Propane is that company. Their delivery people are familiar with the area because they've lived here for a long time. You'll see them in the communities they serve, and they're managed by family, not a corporation from somewhere outside our area. Ask about the advantages, safety, and convenience of propane from people you can trust. That's Garden City Propane.
Better support, a better refund, and a better peace of mind is what you expect when it's time to do your taxes, and that's exactly what INA Tax Services offers. Whether it's personal or business, they're there to help you year-round. Don't waste your time and go directly to the professionals with a personalized and trustworthy tax return. Don't have money? Don't worry. They offer the option to pay when your refund arrives. Visit them at one of their 5 locations in Ulysses, Garden City, Dodge City, Liberal, and Guyman, Oklahoma. INA Tax Services, better support, a better refund.
Moment of honesty. I know Garnan sets the bar as high as it goes. And when it comes to cremation, they make a point of assuring that everything is done under their own roof, by their own professional staff, and in their own new state-of-the-art facility, and not farmed out to some off-site third-party crematory. So if I have to call on a funeral home, it'll be Garnan without question. Garnan Funeral Homes, serving all of Southwest Kansas.
Robinson Furniture post-game time for at least one more time. 81-61 once again the final. If you're just now joining us, Garden City advances to the Sweet 16 of the state playoffs. They will now face off against Junction City here at the Garden for a 6 p.m. tip-off. Make it loud, get it exciting. It's going to be a fun one. It is going to be a really fun environment inside the Garden as we wrap up our Robinson Furniture post-game show. We start with our Grant County Bank final stats of the game. I missed a few points, give or take, I will admit, but here is what I was able to come up with. Emilio Zunt leading the way for Garden City, 25 total points off 7 made threes. Both of those marks career highs for Emilio. Caleb Weesey with 15 points. Jake Underwood goes for 14 points. Jay Steinmetz with 11 points. 4 Buffaloes in total in double figures. I had Isaiah Salinas for 4 points, Colton Davis for 4 points, and Daniel Menares with 2 at the end. We're going to hear from head coach Jeff Williamson in just a moment, as coach gets talked to quite a bit and Mahammed quite a bit. He'll throw on the headset here on our Robinson Furniture post-game show. It's our Prudential Insurance post-game interview with Coach Jeff Williamson. Hey, I said we hopefully have a few more of these to go. We've got at least one more.
Hopefully.
Another second half. That's the story for you guys here. 45-28, but I want to go back to the first half. It was 36-33. Both teams seemingly couldn't miss.
Yeah.
We knew they were a good shooting team coming into the game. We knew what they were capable of, but what were you kind of seeing defensively that gave you guys the opportunity to stymie them? There we go, in the second half.
Again, it was just ball pressure. Yeah, being able to effectively, again, not allowing them to catch and shoot. First half, way too many catch and shoot threes. Because, again, when you catch them in rhythm, it's a lot easier to knock them down. So, again, we just had to make an adjustment at halftime, get out on the shooters, and our backline needed to communicate a little bit better. We fell asleep in the first half a few times. And, again, we were more active in the second half. I don't know, just 6 o'clock tip, just something different. But, again, we adjusted. We came out. We played well. We took their punch. It knocked us down for a little bit. We got back up, took care of business.
Well, I feel like you kind of get the best of both worlds, and I know you might say no to this. I'm going to say this just from my point of view. You get a good competitive first half. You're able to kind of run away in the second half. You get the guys in late in the bench there. So it gives you the chance to say, hey, we took a punch in the postseason. We get a little bit of experience there, and then we were also able to kind of boat race a team out. And now we're looking around. It's going to be more than likely Junction City as they're up right now over Lawrence Free State.
Yeah.
Probably best of both worlds for you coming into this matchup. You get the opportunity to kind of do both of those things.
Oh, yes. And that's the thing with tonight. Again, we're going to enjoy tonight. I told the guys that we thought Junction was ahead. I think pretty much they're going to win that. But again, we just have to be prepared come Friday. Told the guys to get on tonight on Huddle. We have plenty of film. I think we have like 14 of their games on Huddle. But again, just have to focus, maintain focus. And as long as we maintain focus, we'll be okay.
Last thing here for you, Coach. One guy who did maintain focus, Emilio Zunt, with 25 points, 7 made threes. We know Emilio's capable. I've heard the stories from John Ford over there quite a bit about Emilio's JV days where he was putting up 30, 40 consistently, or so he says. I mean, I thought for sure in that first half we might be on the cusp of one of those games. Still a career-high number. What have you seen from Emilio these last 2 games that have really made his game at the next level?
He's just in the zone. I mean, he's playing real well, and it's one of those things where it's not really a lot of coaching. I just try to put him in a position to be successful. And again, he's knocking down shots, taking coaching, and just playing off the ball, playing with the ball. I mean, he's just playing right now and playing well, and I'm just going to let him do his thing.
Awesome, Coach. Well, we can't wait to talk to you here on Friday. We want to give the pitch. We normally do on Monday nights, but I think this one is a well-deserving. Folks, come out to Garden City, enjoy this game. It's going to be a good one.
Yes, definitely. It's going to be a fantastic game. Hopefully we can pack the place, and win or lose, it's going to be the last home game this year, and so far we've been perfect at home, and hopefully we can continue that trend Friday.
We certainly hope so, Coach. We appreciate the time here on our post-game show.
Hey, thank you.
Garden City's a winner, 81-61. That's head coach Jeff Williamson for the final time this evening on our Prudential Insurance post-game interview. One last thing to give out here. Well, actually, let's look at some scores. Colin did just shoot in some scores, so we'll send those out for us, and then we'll give out our Lewis Automotive Group player of the game. We'll keep the suspense at an all-time high. Lakin beats Larned 63-43. That's the number 3 seed in the Lakin 3A sub-state on the boys' side, beating the number 6 seed. So Lakin will advance and have 2 home games if they so choose, if they continue to win there at Lakin. Hayes and Cape and Mount Carmel tied 41-41 going into overtime. That's a great game in 5A on the ladies' side. Boy, Hayes a chance to knock off one of the top teams in 5A in Cape and Mount Carmel. Scott City leading Holcomb 27-15 with 2:30 left in the second quarter. That's going to be a good one. Going to get an opportunity to listen to that one, whether it's Adam Kadavy, Ben Hutchinson. I advise you do head over there. You can also, if you're in the listening range on KULY there, you can hear the Ulysses game. They're out in Tawanda today playing in the 5A boys state playoffs. So there's a couple of scores there for you to send you off on this Tuesday evening. Hey, a win, and you continue to go. You continue to play. It's the first win in this building in a postseason format since 2019 for Garden City. Now on Friday night, we'll be talking about the opportunity to play for a 6A state championship for the first time since 2013. A couple of thank yous here, but first we got to give out our Lewis Automotive player of the game. No surprise here at all. It's Emilio Zunt. 25 points, a new career high for Emilio. He knocked down 7 triples in the game, 6 of which in the first half. Zunt was absolutely on fire and could not miss from beyond the arc. He willed Garden City in the first half after it was 36-33 in favor of the Buffaloes over the Trojans, and then 81-61 is your final score tonight. Here from the Garden, Topeka's season ends at 3-18. Garden City picks up their 20th victory of the season. Well, that's going to do it for us here on 99.9 The Rock. Like I said, a couple of thank yous. Thank you to our producer and engineer this evening, Colin Welloff. He's getting a little bit of an early night out, so enjoy the rest of the evening there, Colin, and we certainly will. We hope you do as well. I'm Balin Heights saying so long. Good evening, Garden City, and we'll see you back here at the Garden on Friday evening for what will be a chance to play in the 6A state championship for the Garden City Buffaloes. Have a blessed one, and have a good night. We will see you back then on Friday.
You